by Jackie and Jacob and Jason. Gavin Morrison, supported by Rachel and Ben. Jameson Norquist, supported by Sandy and John. And Kaden Craig, supported by Dixie and Derek. Ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause for your parents' night here at Ripon High School. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also senior night here tonight. We'd like to honor wrestler Gavin Morrison, comes in at 220 weight class. Sports, hobbies, and academics, jiu-jitsu, hiking, and drawing. Future plans, live life to the fullest. Favorite wrestling memory is placing 6th at the youth state in his 8th grade year. Accomplishments most proud of, scoring high on his ACTs. Advice to future wrestlers, consistency is key. Half the commitment is just showing up. Our other senior tonight is Zoe Leahy. Other sports and hobbies, hanging out with friends and going to Starbucks. Future plans, she wants to be a radiographer. Favorite wrestling memory is watching the wrestlers' matches and wrestling cheer on their teammates. Compliment she most proud of is understanding wrestling since this was her first year being the wrestling manager. Advice to future wrestler managers, always keep your head up high no matter the outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Parents' Night and Senior Night here at Ripon High School. Also our managers, Annie Beck, supported by Carol and Terry. Allie Edinger, supported by Melissa and Mark. Zoe Leahy, supported by Lori and Joe. And Landry Works, supported by Julie and Dustin. Your managers, ladies and gentlemen.
That one for Mom? All right. Where's Wyatt? Wyatt, let's go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's match between the Kewaskum and the Ripon Tigers. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is expected and greatly appreciated. Cheer for the athletes, support your coaches, and respect the calls made by the official. Children must be supervised by an adult at all times, kept in your sight and seated in the bleachers for the safety of all in attendance. Please enjoy tonight's match. Now to honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those of you able to stand, please remove your hats and place your hand over your heart for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Make some noise right here, ladies and gentlemen, nice job. And now for tonight's introduction between the Ripon Tigers and the Kewaskum Indians at 106. For Kewaskum, it will be Brett Kujarek, and a forfeit by the Tigers. 113 for Kewaskum, Jimmy Racer, and a forfeit by the Ripon Tigers. 120, Braden Lahr for Kewaskum and a forfeit for the Tigers. 126 for Ripon, Aaron Berkman. And Ethan Immel for Kewaskum. 132, Joey.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to the best night of the week when the mat gets rolled out on the gym floor and the grapplers take the mat. We've got the Kewaskum Indians in town taking on the Ripon Tigers tonight. Tigers got their hands full tonight. Kewaskum Indians got a good team coming here, led by number 5 in the nation ranked Braden Scholes. Tigers are really going to have their juniors step up tonight and try to lead the way and score some points and try to get as many points up here. I mean, looking at the program here, it looks like we're going to be giving up some weight. So they're in the midst of it right now, of figuring out who's going to wrestle who. And there goes Braden Scholes right now. So early indication is showing, Kewaskum's got a big team. I want to say they're doing very well in the conference. It's probably going to look like it's going to run up to them in Winneconne for a conference championship this year. Good to see their program thriving, and we kind of talked about it a couple weeks ago. Just numbers are what's killing the Tigers right now. Little brief more on Braden Scholes. On top of being number 5 in the nation, he's also committed to University of Illinois, and he'll also be going for his 4 straight state championship this year. So looks like he's probably going to get the forfeit tonight. But Tigers got some tough wrestlers out there, so we're hoping that they can go out and score some points right off the bat. Looks like we're going to start at 106. Not sure who won the toss, even or odds. So we'll get to that as we get going here, depending on who shows first. Looks like at 106, Brent Kurzarek from Kewaskum is going to receive the forfeit. A little bit more about the Tigers lineup here is there's been some changes too. Eric Brockman started off at 145 at the beginning of the year, and he's all the way down to 126 now. So he's making his way as we go. Hopefully somewhere we can work in Eric and Ray Ellis so that we can fill another spot here. Looks like the captains are coming out to the mat. Captains are going to be Joey Williams, Riley Nickel, and Caden Craig. And then I see Kewaskum with Coach Rhodes out there. We've got Braden Scholes on the closest to us. I think the other one is going to be Dylan Soik, possibly at 195. I watched him wrestle. He placed pretty high at the Marty Loy tournament in Fond du Lac probably about a month ago. And the Indians actually had a really good showing there. Fun little fact, the coaches that just shook hands out the middle, Coach TJ and Coach Rhodes, actually a couple years ago, Cedar Grove, Belgium does a Rumble Under the Lights. Those two individuals actually met in an old-timers tournament, and TJ was very happy to not give up the fall, I believe, on that one. Coach Rhodes is a pretty respected coach. I do believe he is a place winner for Kewaskum in the past as well. While we're waiting here, so last week or a couple weeks ago, I gave out some shout-outs to some previous wrestlers, and an ex-wrestler from the Tigers, his sister's a manager, Zach Beck, kind of heckled me a little bit, seeing as I didn't give him the shout-out, but Zach was a place winner for the Tigers, the last place winner, I do believe, for the Tigers, placing 4th down at state, probably about it's been about 5 years ago now. Heard he's actually going to be starting his coaching career a little bit. I know he's been helping out Oshkosh West in the past, but sounds like he's going to be head coach for the middle school in Amro. So good job, Zach, and look forward to seeing you at some middle school matches. All right, we're going to start off at, this is going to be a JV match. Yep, so we've got Jamison Nordquist here. Let me see if I can try to get the other one's name. Jamison takes him down, working underarm control. He's going to go far knee, far ankle, step to the other side. Good breakdown there. Working underarm control, see if you can work a half, some type of cradle, or maybe even armbar here. I know Ripon, we like to run that armbar series, constant chain wrestling. Out of bounds, minute 26 left. Jamison was actually the one that came out in that North Fond du Lac match a couple weeks ago and gave the Tigers a big 6 points. Really came out on fire, especially being a freshman wrestling that varsity spot. Him and Gavin Morrison have been switching roles throughout the year. So he's working into crossface cradle right now. He's got the crossface, splitting the seam. Looks like he's trying to grab that ankle, elevate it back. Now he's going to work into a half. Doing a good job of keeping pressure on the hips. Kewaskum's going to want to try to cut the hands right here. Jordan's got to be careful not to pull him on top of him. He's got to get his hips up. He got a locked hands called against him because he didn't release his hands. So that's going to be 1 point on for Kewaskum. They do give reaction time, but when you come down and you're holding locked hands, no arm, no legs, they are going to call that. He's got to be careful. I kind of see him down there getting close to locking his hands. He was kind of hitting a knee pound here. I'd like to see him pick an ankle, try to drive forward, try to break him down. Elevate the leg. Don't give him the cheap points here. Pull him in. He's going to have to return. He's got to get his hips on top of him. It does look like he is definitely giving up some weight here. Looks like the Kewaskum's pushing all of 220, where I know Jordan or Nordquist is getting to down about that 195 range. Ripon's going to defer. Kewaskum choice. He chooses down. Second period, they're going to start Ripon up 2-1. So now he's got to stay heavy on his toes here. Can't be putting his knees down. He's got to keep all his weight on top of him to try to keep him broke down. He's going to work out, maybe work into this hammerlock series. Oh, he's lost the arm here. Goes right back into a ride here. He's on that ankle. He's got to jump sides. He's got the half on that side. Coach Malogic saying the same thing right now. He's got the half, or he's got the trap on one side. Looks like they're going to go with a full Nelson here. So he must have lost the trap on the right side, came up with two hands. Can't do that, so that's going to be tied 2-2 right now. He's got a locked hands and a technical foul with the full Nelson. He's doing a good job at dropping his hip or dropping his chest and trying to drive across. He just needs to get to that opposite side, though, for a far knee, far ankle. He's going to have to return him here pretty quick, otherwise he's going to get a stall call against him. Kewaskum almost tries to go to roll. High hips here is going to win. Got to try to sink his hips back, try to get that leg in, go crossbody or double legs here. Kewaskum essentially just wants to try to shake him. There's about 45 seconds left here. So now he's getting behind the arms. He can work a power half from here and try to hip up. He's got to keep his hips high. Kewaskum's going to try to swim out now. Jonathan's going around to the back, so no loss of control here. It's still tied 2-2, 20 seconds left.
Drive him forward.
He's got a cradle locked up. He's tipping the bucket here. He's going to get some near fall. Kewaskum's right shoulder looks like it's quite a bit up off the mat. He's going to want to try to bottom knee in the hip, try to push away. He's going to get 3 near fall, putting him at 5-2 going into the third period with Ripon's choice. Looks like coach is asking him to go down here. We'll see if he can get out or get a reversal here. As I stated, he is giving up about 20 pounds here, it looks like. Got a good initial stand-up. He's going to cut the hands. He's going to turn. He's going to get the 1. Now we'll see if he can work from his feet. He's up 6-2 right now. He's just got to be careful so that he doesn't put himself in a predicament where he allows Kewaskum to go for a throw here. Goes in for a single. Was a little bit too far away. We're going to go out of bounds with 1:22 left. He's got inside control. He's got an underhook on the on his left side. He's got to be careful here to not put himself in the bad position. Gets the head throw. Gets a 2 takedown. It's not quite at 45. Now he's starting to get the swipes. Stay off to the side. Coach is asking half. That's what he does. He's got to be real careful here. Sag his hips. They are going to give him 3, so he did get the 5 count. It's going to put him up 11-2 right now. .50 seconds left, third period. Does have a half in. Looks like he almost started to go for a butcher. He needs to get that arm out. He's going to get rolled. He's got to stay heavy hips here. If he can keep his hips high, he's got to try to limp arm out on that bottom. 15 seconds left. Stays heavy, tried limp arming out. No near fall here, but that's going to end the match 11-2 to give the Tiger the win.
Winner, Northwest.
Doesn't look like we're going to have any other JV matches here, as Kewaskum does not have another lightweight for JV. So it looks like we're going to start at 106 and work our way up. Ripon will forfeit at 106, probably 113 and 120 as well.
106, Brent Kujarek for Kewaskum. Tigers will have a forfeit. 113.
So that's going to put the Tigers in 18-0 hole right off the bat.
120 pounds. Braden Lair for Kewaskum.
Looks like the Tigers are getting ready to show freshman Eric Brockman here. We're going to have Eric come out and try to get the fall right away. Eric looks like he's going to go up against
Eric Brockman for Ripon.
Just give me a second.
And Ethan Immel.
It's going to be Ethan Immel. We do not have a grade on him. Kewaskum hits a slide by right away. Looks like he's going to cut him. 2-1. He's going to try to be aggressive on his feet. Eric's got to try to keep inside control here. Make this match his game. Hits a slide by again. He's pushing in really hard, and Kewaskum's just waiting for that. 4-1. Looks like he's going to work a ball and chain right now. Does have that wrist underneath. We'll see if he works up and works that ball and chain. He's going to just try to Turk it here. He's going to go into a claw. Got one swipe, so no near fall yet. Eric's doing a good job at trying to keep his hips down. Try to get belly back. Looks like Kewaskum's going to cut him, so it's going to be 4-2. Eric's just got to make sure he wrestles his match here. He's got to not be heavy in. He's looking for that slide by. Going to a 2-on-1 on the outside. Hit the slide by. Eric tried countering it with a headlock. This kid's just too big. I don't know if he's going to get that. He goes right into a 2-on-1. We'll see if he works a tilt from here. He might just wait for Eric to try to bump his hips, or maybe if he goes that Spencer Lee ride and goes opposite side. Yep, he's going to go into tilt here. Needs to try to get his elbow to his knee there and try to elevate that leg to keep his shoulders down. Eric did a good job at rolling through. Hits a good hard crossface. Eric doing a good job at not letting him run that head to the knee to get the cradle. He's got 5 seconds left. If he can maybe try to shake him out the back. Looks like Kewaskum's going to be content with just sitting here until the end of the period. Going in the second period, that's going to put Kewaskum up 6-2 right now. Looking at coach is telling them to choose. They choose defer. Kewaskum going to take down. So let's see if Eric can ride hard and get a turn here. He's going to get the 2 reversal here and then cut him. Kewaskum doing a really good job at staying aggressive there in the inside ties. Hits that slide by again. Right into almost a cradle. See if Eric can fight the hands here. Wants to try to straighten that leg, not let him tip the bucket here. Kewaskum's getting near fall here. Eric's doing a good job at keeping that left shoulder up, fighting the hands. Try to break that lock there with 1:15 left in the second. He's going to let go, come back, kind of just scoop the head. Now he's going to work into a near side. Another hard cross face. Gives him the 3 near fall. He reset. Kewaskum up 13-3 right now. See if he cuts him again. He's going to cut him right off the bat, putting it 13-4. So it looks like he's going to just try to work for the major here. Or I'm sorry, the tech fall. Eric's on his knee. Tries to go for that head throw. He caught a couple of them a couple weeks ago in that and at the winter tournament. It's just not working on a guy that's a little bit more seasoned here. 15-4. Working that cradle yet, it looks like. He's got to be careful. He's going to go out of bounds. (15-4) with 23 seconds left. He's got that trap underneath. Looks like he's going to work into a coffee grinder here. So we're going to go into third period. Kewaskum's pick. They're up 15-4. All right, Eric's down 2 minutes. See if he can get an escape here, reversal. Kewaskum goes into leg pry right away. Throws in the boot on the right side. Looks like he's going to try to go for that power half, leg ride crossbody. He's going to pull him into him. He wants to try to push the head away and pull that shoulder down, try to get the near fall. We'll see if he kind of works that half and then hops his hips around. Looks like he's trying to get the other boot in. Only one swipe there, so he's not going to get the near fall. Goes back. See if he takes that arm high. He is under the arm, so he essentially maybe could. No, he isn't under. He's just trying to pull that hip back. Going to have the 3 near fall, putting him up to 18-4. He's going to work for the fall here. Eric's doing a good job at trying to get back to his stomach. .45 seconds left. Kewaskum's going to get the fall with 37 seconds left and another 6 points on the board. So this is where we're going to have the junior step up. Joey Williams coming out at 132, it looks to be. Then Riley Nick will probably wrestle at his 138 spot.
For Kewaskum at 132, Peyton Bednar. And for the Tigers,
looks like they're going to move Peyton Bendar up from 126 to 132 to wrestle Joey Williams. See how aggressive Joey comes out. Joey had a really good showing last week at the North Fond du Lac tournament, taking first place. Goes in for a single. Gets him down. We'll see what he works here. Going right into an arm bar. Going to tilt it over, try to step over, try to work that pullback. Still got the bar in on the left. See if he can get the trap. He's got the trap. He's going to essentially try to walk around the head. Just needs to sag his hips, stay heavy here, hip over. He can scoop the head from here. Plenty of time left with 1:15. Doing a good job at staying off the side. Looks like he's going to go on top. He's got to try to spread the legs from here. He's going to work. He's going to go over to that cross face, try to work that opposite arm. Nope, he's going to come back to the left and try to work that bar. So he's going to take to the hip. Going to keep that deep, take that out. He's got to just stay off to the side. And that's going to be a fall with 37 seconds left. Giving the Tigers 6 points on the board. Good job for the junior to come out and try to reverse the tone here and get the energy back into the Tiger bench. Next, we're going to have Riley Nichols show.
Riley Nickel for the Tigers and Casey Schmidt for Kewaskum.
And Kewaskum's going to show Casey Schmidt. Don't have a grade on him. Riley Nickel, being a sophomore here, has had a pretty good year so far. We'll see if he can put 6 more on the point. Goes in, almost like he was going to work the fireman, switches to a single, into the double. He's going to step around, gets the 2 points. See what he works into here, working to that cradle. Really coming out aggressive to try to get 6 more points on the board for the Tigers. 1:45 left. Going to put the boot in on the left side, working that cradle. Nope, looks like he's going to go almost like he tried banana splits. Kewaskum trying to hit the switch.
Good job, Riley.
Riley still got the boot in on the left side. See where he tries to work. If he works power half, Looks like he's going to go to a 2-on-1. We'll see if he slips it out and goes into a tilt. Kewaskum did a good job there, pulling that boot into his body, stepping up, getting the 2 reversal here. So let's see if Riley can get out here with a minute left and try to turn this around. Kewaskum's pretty high. He's going to come out the back door. See if he eventually just aborts. Riley gets a 2-point reversal. Goes right into a trap on one side and a bar on the left. He's got plenty of time left. He's just got to take his time, keep it deep, walk it. He goes to the half on the other side with a bar, and that's tight. That's going to be a fall. First period, 36 seconds left. Good job to stay poised there, and when you give up the 2 reversal, go right back into it and stay aggressive and score the 6 points for the Tiger. So that's going to put Ripon down 12-24. Looks like Nick DeHeck is going to come out and get the forfeit for 145 here.
Tigers are a forfeit. £152.
Tigers going to forfeit at 152. Looks like they're showing Matt Perales from Kewaskum.
At 152 for Kewaskum, Matt Perales. Tigers is a forfeit.
Which is going to put it out of reach for the Tigers from the team score. But let's see if they can keep the momentum going from the last 2 matches and score some wins to end the night here. Braden Scholes, number 5 in the nation, is going to get the forfeit here. Really excited about getting down to state and watching him go for that 4th championship. If you guys haven't ever seen it, it's pretty amazing. Standing ovations for these kids. It's a big achievement to be a 4-time state champ. 4 in a row is a big deal.
182 pounds.
It's been a couple years since I've been down to the state tournament, but oh man, it's happened a couple years that I've been down there where there was multiple, but I want to say that there's under 15 in the history of Ripon, or I'm sorry, in Wisconsin to achieve that goal. Last time I was down there, we seen Matty Bianchi from Two Rivers take it. All right, so we're going into 182. We're going to have Tyler Bradley taking on Braden Gizel, I think, from Kewaskum. Gizzle the shizzle. So we'll see if Tyler can keep that momentum going and see if he can get some points here on the board for the Tigers. He's got to be careful turning his hips into him. Stay square with him. Stay aggressive. He's doing a good job keeping the inside ties. Looks like Kewaskum's going to get the takedown. Just a little heavy on his heels there. Kewaskum's going to work right into a bar on the left side. He does have a trap. Tyler doing a good job at fighting it off, trying to get his wrist back. He's going to hook that leg. Well, Tyler's got it free now, so we'll see if Kewaskum tries to keep trapping that left side leg, and if he works into a stack or what he works from there, if he works a trap. Going into a cradle. Tyler does a good job fighting it off, exploding out, gets a 1-point escape here, putting it 2-1 Kewaskum. He's got to stop turning his hips. Does a good job trying to go for the shot. Just reset here. Start over. There he goes. 40 seconds to try to get a takedown here. He's got good wrist control here. Doing a good job staying square. They're going to go out of bounds with 31. Looks like coach is asking him to go for a double here. Kewaskum uses an arm drag, kind of just pulls him into him and kind of hits a slide by to get the 2-point takedown here. See if Tyler can get one to end the period. Does a good job getting that one, putting the score 2-4 Kewaskum with 10 seconds left. They're going to end their period on the feet here with 0.1 seconds left. They call the out of bounds here. So it looks like it's going to be Kewaskum's choice. Kewaskum stays aggressive, goes neutral here, leading 4-2 in the second period. Tries to go in for the high C, just can't quite turn the corner there. Kewaskum doing a good job staying low. He's got that hard collar, or he's got an underhook on the left side. Goes for the ankle pick. Tyler did a good job trying to fight it off. Just got to his hip and couldn't get off of it. Kewaskum's up 6-2. Got good hip pressure. See if he tries to pull him in. Tyler fighting back. Tried to come back up to his base. We'll see if he can get one here. It's going to put it 6-3 with the escape here. We'll see what we do. Kewaskum's doing a really good job from his feet. Not very savvy from down below, so we'll see what coach does coming into the third period here. Maybe he puts Tyler on top and see if he can ride and maybe get a turn here. But we got 35 seconds left in the second. Kewaskum up 8-3. Tyler's got to get his head up so he doesn't get stacked. Walks right into a half here. He's going to have to try to fight, keep that shoulder up. There's only 20 seconds left. He's got to dig deep not to give up the fall here. Try to live to go into the third period with his choice. Kewaskum hooks the leg, doing a really good job. He's almost there. He's just got to put that left hand on the mat. Does a good job. Kewaskum walks into a butcher. There's only 2 seconds left. Tyler does a good job to fight it off to live to go to the third period here. That's going to put Kewaskum up 11-3. Ripon's choice here. Coach is going to have him ride, so we'll see if he can get some turns here and see what Kewaskum's got on the bottom. Really savvy from the neutral position he is, so let's see if Tyler can work for the pin. Looks like we're going to go into an injury time or a blood time for Kewaskum.
I love blood time.
So essentially, each wrestler gets about, I do believe it's 5 minutes of blood time. Maybe it's only 3. Looks like they're getting him looked at by the trainer right now. Looks like Coach Malogic and Craig are talking to Tyler about what they'd like to see, coming straight off. Work your breakdowns, go right into your turns, and let's see if you can get a fall in the third period. Put 6 more points on the board for the Tigers. Goes in a deep waist ankle, elevate, and just see if we can get a mat return here. Kewaskum does a good job controlling the wrists, cutting, getting the escape, putting him up 12-3. So right about now, being down 12-3, I'd really like to see him go big here. Try to get something. Kewaskum's going to get the 2-point takedown. Not sure. He looks like he's got a bar. He just had it kind of backward. Used it to turn him. He's getting a near fall. Looks like he's going to get 2 near fall, putting him at 16. We'll see if he can get the turn. If he gets a turn and 3 near fall, that's going to give him the tech fall. Tyler's still grinding down there, still trying to keep it a match. With a minute left, Kewaskum's going to cut him, making it 16-4. We'll see if he just keeps cutting and tries to work these takedowns, try to get the tech fall. Really would like to see Tyler be aggressive here. Go in, go big for it. You're down 16-4 with 40 seconds left. You can snap that down, go for a round throw. Working that 2-on-1. Still digging deep, still trying to get to it, but just not enough here. That's going to give 18-4 with 20 seconds left. We'll see if Kewaskum can try to work the turn and maybe get a tech fall. Otherwise, he's got the major currently. He's going to cut him a short time. He's only got 5 seconds left. And that's going to be a tech fall. Tyler goes in, tries to go for the throw, but just a little bit too late. So that's going to be a tech fall, giving the Indians 5 more points to the board, making it 53-12 Kewaskum. So we're going to go into 195. We're going to show Jordan Perkins, and the Indians are going to show Dylan Soik.
And Dylan Soik for Kewaskum at 195.
I do believe Dylan placed at the Marty Loy in Fond du Lac about a month ago. Watching him wrestle, he is a savvy wrestler, so Perkins is going to have his work cut out for him here. Really like to see him aggressive, control his ties. Goes for the double. He's got the one. Needs to sit him to that hip and then keep circling towards that. Kewaskum going to try to elevate that leg and step out. Jordan does a good job at following him. He's got to be careful here on the body lock. Watch for the throw here. Like to see him pull that elbow in on the left and try to circle that way. Limp arm out on the right and just reset and start over here. So now he's going to want to circle right, try to get to that left leg of Kewaskum. He's doing a good job at still fighting here with about 55 seconds left. He's got to try to get his head to the outside. Soik's going to try to elevate them ankles there. Jordan doing a good job crawling up, but he's just got to be careful here coming into that upper body ties. And they're going to reset with 30 seconds left here. 0-0. Looks like Jordan's getting a little confidence in himself here. He's working into that collar tie. We'll see if he works some snaps or where he tries to go from here. $15 left. Would have liked to seen a reshot there. He had his hips exposed to him. Jordan goes for it, comes back up. He's got to be careful here on the body lock. Don't give up a takedown with 1 second. They're going to end the period 0-0. Jordan doing a good job at fighting that body lock off. It looks like Soik's really going to try to go for them throws from that body lock, that underhook, that over-under that he's been working. Looks like it was Kewaskum's choice. They're going to pick down to start the second period. Big lift for mat return. That'd make Shane Sparks happy right about now. Gets the 1 point takedown, or I'm sorry, 1 escape. Tries to go for the throw, but it was out of bounds, so they're going to be, Kewaskum's going to be up 1-0 right now. Jordan looks for the quick shot. Trying to set his fakes. We'll see where he goes from here. Like to see him create space. He's been getting at the legs. He's just got to finish by turning that corner. So like definitely liking the ties here. He's favoring that position. You've seen when they came up from the escape, he went directly into that over-under throw. The lat drop that Caden Keeneland's like to use at Ripon so much. Jordan goes in for a nice low single. He's got to elevate that leg. He's got to be careful to not allow Soik to try to walk around his hips and get it. He's got to stay locked here. Soik going for the cradle here. He's going to get the 2 takedown. Jordan had a real nice low single. He just got underneath and couldn't quite keep his feet moving. Kewaskum's up 3-0 with 45 left. Let's see if Jordan can come out and try to get the escape here. He's doing a really good hard ride, almost working like a cross face or just that far arm, trying to pull it with the thigh pry there. Working underarm control there on a 2-on-1, it looks like on the left. Coach really asking him to try to get that 1 point then the period here with 20 seconds left. Let's see if he can keep that wrist and explode up. Kewaskum's got almost like he's got that okey-chokey almost started to be locked. We'll see if he tries to go cross-body with it and roll it through. He's got that leg hooked for it. Doing a good job staying behind the arms to finish the period. Going up 3-0. Ripon's choice, third period. Looks like he's going to choose down. See if he can explode up. Try to get one. Maybe he'll work into a switch or a shrug or something here and try to get the reversal. Does a good job. Gets up to his feet. Needs a knee pound. He's got to get his head up off the mat. He missed it, but he can keep going as long as he gets separation between the hips here. Looks like Kewaskum's working that 2-on-1 there. Really would like to see Jordan get his head up. He's going to get himself into trouble with his head down there. Possibly work into some type of stack here or even work into a half. He's up to his feet. He's going to cut. So it's going to be 3-1 with 1:20 left. Let's see if Jordan can work to them shots that he's been getting in on and he can finish one. Definitely don't want to see him go into ties right now. I'd like to see him set up some fakes and try to work to that shot again. Some tap and goes here would be nice. Kewaskum gets into the legs. He's got a circle. He's got a circle to his right there. Try to keep working towards that leg. He can't sit underneath there and get heavy. Because then you get broke down like that. He's going to give up the takedown. Putting Kewaskum up 5-1 right now. The sophomore like this in a close match, you really want to see him try to finish hard, not give up. Let's see if he can try to turn it. He's got to keep his head up. Try to get his wrists back. Coach asking him to try to get one with short time here.
Come up.
10 seconds left. Let's see if he can put that boot on the mat. 6 seconds left, third period. Kewaskum's up 5-1. Jordan did a really good job in this match getting to the legs. Would have liked to seen him run his feet a little bit more to the side that he was going to, get his head to the outside. Looks like Soik's going to cut him. Goes right in, stays aggressive here at least. You know, stays aggressive in the match, trying to get the win. Gives up the takedown here at the end to lose 7-2, giving the Indians 3 points on the board. So that'll put them up 56-12.
220 pounds.
So it looks like we're going to see Gavin Morrison at 220, the only senior on the Tigers. They just had senior night tonight. Gavin coming back after a long layoff from wrestling. I know he's been doing some jiu-jitsu and stuff around the country. He went down to Texas and did some stuff. But let's see if he can put some 6 points on the board here to end his wrestling career at Ripon at a home meet here. Doing a good job, being aggressive. Working into that collar tie. He's got to try to work that one. His left arm in. Get inside control. Maybe he can work a slide by here. Doing a good job at staying in his face. We'll see how this goes moving forward if nobody tries to take a takedown here on what the ref is seeing. Coach is asking for 2. Feet were still in. I think he's going to say he didn't have control. Kewaskum almost kind of went for that Ron thrower, that cow catcher, and then Gavin tries to reverse it with a headlock. Really heavy on his ties here. With that arm on the outside and the collar tie on the right, looks like what he's kind of looking for is maybe for him to step in, and he's going to try for a head throw is what it looks like. Which, with being a youth coach, we try to get out of them kids at a young age, and it just doesn't work. They always love it. But when done right, it's a beautiful thing. 10 seconds left. 0-0, first period. So it looks like Kewaskum's going to have choice. Coach Rhodes asks him to go down. Tied 0-0. See if Gavin's got something here for a ride. See him break him down, probably working to a leg pry, working to a deep waist, far ankle or something. Kewaskum does a good job at tripoding up. He's going to have to return him, otherwise you got to be careful so he doesn't get the locked hands. Ref really watching that, waiting for Gavin, doing a good job at waiting for that hand to come up, but eventually we'll see who they call for stalling. He's not going to call either or. He's going to cut. He's going to get the escape, putting Kewaskum up 1-0 right now. Goes for a fake. Gavin's got to be careful messing with his headgear. He'll put him in bad position. Got a front head. I'd like to see him pull that left arm, bounce him down to that elbow. Loses it, though. Both wrestlers being really aggressive in them collar ties. Nobody quite able to get to what they're trying to work for. Gavin's got to be careful here. He's looking like he's starting to get gassed a little bit and putting himself in bad position. He's standing straight up. He's going to get himself into trouble if he keeps standing up. He's going to have to throw it if he's going to go for it, because he does look like he's getting pretty gassed, and Kewaskum's right in his face. Kewaskum tries to work the slide by. Does a good job at rotating back into him with 5 seconds left. That's going to end the period. Kewaskum up 1-0. The only point being an escape here. Definitely agree with putting him down. He looks a little frustrated here. He definitely looks gassed, but he's going to have to explode up, try to get the one, and then get the takedown after that. Gets his feet moving. Does a good job. Fights the hands. Gets the 1 point. It's going to be a tie score right now, 1-1 with the third period, minute 50 left. He's going to have to dig deep here and want it more than the Kewaskum wrestler. He's at the leg. Resets. Looks like this match is going to come down to who wants it more here. With a minute 30 left, both are starting to get pretty gassed now. Kind of works into a duck. It's got that leg. Gavin's got to get heavy on the hips. He's got to throw it down, pull it down, and just try to get around and get the two. Both wrestlers digging deep here. Both pretty tired here with about a minute 15 left. Kewaskum goes in for the single. He's got to try to put that foot on the mat. Sprawl back. Stay heavy here. Stay heavy here. Kewaskum working really hard to try to get that up. That's going to gas him out a little bit more. And Gavin's going to give it up. He's on his hip. Now let's see if he can fight up. Works into a half. He's got to try to work belly down. 50 seconds left. We'll see if he tries to work his left arm through and try to roll into him. Kewaskum's pretty high right now. Kewaskum going to get the fall with 41 seconds left in the third period.
$285.
Put another 6 points on the board for the Indians here with one match to go at 285. So let's see if Caden Craig can come out here as one of the juniors I was talking about, you know, end this match on a good note here and really take it with, you know, finishing with 6 points on the board for the Tigers. Tigers are down 59-12 right now. Not sure if these two met last year. It's going to be Caden Craig for Ripon. They do have two heavyweights, so I didn't quite catch the last name here. Doing a really good job. He's going to work into those hard ties. See if he works into that underhook on the left side, maybe go into a body lock. Trying to go into that left underhook with that hard tie. Better be careful here. I mean, he's throwing good hard ties, but we'll see what the ref says about him. Going to work into a clinch there. Kewaskum works into a 2-on-1. Caden goes right into a front head. Wants to bounce that down. Try to get him down to his knees. Stay heavy here. Doesn't have to go feet to back as long as he can get around and get on top. Doing a good job with that hard collar tie on the right. And he keeps trying to work for that left underhook. Pulls him in really nice, but Kewaskum doing a good job at dropping his butt and working out of it. I'd like to see him do more of that front head. Get that front head, bounce him down, turn around, get two. Works into that lock. Better be careful so he doesn't get... He's just a little loose on there. He's got to try to fight off his back. And he's going to get pinned with 28 seconds left here. Just mental mistake there. Going in from that clinch. Trying to work on that inside trip. Just got too loose. Kewaskum real fired up about that one. So that's going to end the night 65-12. So kind of stated before we came into it, you know, this Kewaskum team over the last couple of years has become really tough. Obviously, they got a full roster. Ripon struggling a little bit with trying to fill, but definitely down the stretch, it looks like it's going to be between the Kewaskum Indians and the Winneconne Wolves, probably for conference. Conference will be hosted, I do believe it's February 4th here in Ripon. So if you guys are looking to come out and support your Tigers, it's going to be on a Saturday. We all encourage you to do that. It's always the best time this gym ever looks is when that wrestling mat is down and the grapplers are on the mat trying to clinch and go for it. A lot of state place winners will be at that conference championship with Winneconne Wolves being here. You know, the Hart boys, they lost Muner last year. He's wrestling up north at, I do believe, Mankato State or Minnesota State, something like that. And then obviously Braden Scholes being there. And I do believe some more ranked wrestlers as well, trying to make their way and prep to get to that championship tournament. But it was a pleasure. Ty Bradley here calling for you. This will probably be my last one for the year. It's been an honor joining you guys this year. Look forward to doing it next year. So go Tigers and enjoy the rest of your year.